Welcome back again to the channel. And today I thought I'd make a video on signs that someone cannot fight. This is like sort of a half jokey but also half serious video, I suppose. Just to let you know a few of the things that people may do or say that could lead you to believe that they would not be very good in a combat situation. But first of all, we are now in 2025, so the year has started. And what better time to improve your kicks and flexibility than now? So get yourself to the first link in the description of this video and try out my 12-week flexibility program. 12 weeks, that's only 3 months. So if you're in January now, if you started it now, by the time April comes around, you would have finished it and your kicks will be on a different level and you'd still be in the first half of the year. Take your kicks to the next level now. Check out my flexibility program, first link in the description. Okay, so first sign that someone cannot fight is when they say, I see red. Now, I've done a lot of short videos on this, I'm sure you've seen them. But first of all, I'm going to explain what seeing red means because I do also get a lot of comments asking what it actually means. So in my opinion anyway, I haven't researched this, but my interpretation of it is if someone sees red, they basically get really angry and then they lose control and they just go ham basically. And a lot of people think that saying that they see red and that makes them dangerous, you know, I see red and bodies start dropping, that means people will be scared of them. But in actual fact, seeing red and losing control would actually only hinder you in a fight. It wouldn't help you. I'm assuming the red part of it is like, because you know, some people say they see a red mist and then they go crazy. Just thought I'd clear that up. But yeah, anyone who's had any kind of like combat training, if someone is losing control and coming at them, all you've got to do is move out of the way and counter really. Like it's not difficult to fight someone that sees red. So anyone that says that, you can safely say that they probably don't know how to fight. I don't want to speak for everyone, but yeah. Also, another thing on this topic, obviously getting adrenaline and having an adrenaline rush in a fight is obviously a very normal thing. Everyone's going to get that. And professional fighters mainly are the people that can use that adrenaline and channel it into, you know, calmness, but also use it, you know, in the fight to help them. Obviously, it makes you hit harder naturally, makes you move faster. So if you use that adrenaline and anger, rage, like Mike Tyson had, you can become a formidable fighter, which is what Mike Tyson did. He said he channeled his rage into the right thing. I think that's what John Jones said as well. And obviously those two are two of the greats. Sign number 2 is that they're always up for a fight. Whether this be walking around offering people out for fights or just, you know, always trying to get involved in trouble and get them to put themselves in those kind of situations. This to me is a sign that they don't necessarily know how to fight properly. Because from my personal experience as well, not doing a martial art, doing any kind of combat sport and learning how to hit things correctly, hit things hard with power and precision and timing, it gives you a greater understanding of how dangerous it actually is. So, you know, if you're like a trained boxer will tell you, he doesn't want to use his boxing in the street situation more because he's worried of what he'll do to his opponent. That's kind of how a lot of martial artists feel. Like me personally, that would always be a last resort to fight. I'd always try and, you know, de-escalate or run away or get away or anything like that because I'd almost be worried that not even in a cocky way, but you'd be worried about your opponent because you know how to fight. And if they're coming on to you being aggressive, they obviously don't. So you're kind of worried that, you know, you're going to get in trouble because you might hit them too hard, like, you know, get in trouble with the authorities and stuff. So if someone is always up for a fight and always offering people out, then that is also quite a major sign that they don't know how to fight. Number 3, they disrespect martial arts in general. Obviously, all these people will say, oh, like, won't stop a bullet, or like, your martial arts won't work on me, you know, because I see red, like the first point. That often comes from a place of jealousy because they know they aren't as trained as martial artists. They don't know how to, you know, defend themselves properly. So that almost comes from a place of like envy, because anyone who's got any kind of brain will tell you, if you're trained in a martial art, you're going to have more of a chance of being able to defend yourself than someone that isn't trained. So if someone is saying martial arts doesn't work or disrespecting all martial arts, then that's another surefire sign that they aren't particularly well versed in the industry of, you know, combat. Just to add to that point as well, people in certain martial arts disrespecting other martial arts can often be a reflection of them not being very good in their martial art as well. Because, say, for example, if you do Muay Thai and you're a Muay Thai keyboard warrior and you say Taekwondo is terrible, that often means that, I mean, it doesn't directly mean this obviously, but if someone is hating on something else, again, it comes from a place of jealousy. You will never see a top-level Muay Thai fighter disrespecting any other martial arts. Like, you won't, because they're all very respectful and they understand that every martial art is dangerous in its own right. But someone who is maybe not that good, maybe be jealous of the Taekwondo kicks, those are the type of people that you're going to see hating. So yeah, that's just a little thing to add to that. Martial artists who disrespect other martial artists. A true martial artist will never disrespect any other martial arts. Obviously, making jokes are different. I make jokes in my videos about martial arts, but I do that about all of them, including karate, which is what I do. So it's a self-roast. Anyway, yeah, number 4 is they say that they have been in loads of street fights and or have won loads of street fights. Again, getting in loads of street conflicts doesn't make you seem cool. It just makes you seem like you have a lack of self-control, which again, like I said in point number 1, seeing red and losing control, lack of control, means that you're obviously not disciplined and trained. And also, again, linking back to a point that I said, being in loads of street fights also means that you obviously don't really care about the dangers, and you don't know the true dangers of fighting and how dangerous it can be. So that is another sign that you don't really train in any kind of combat sport, because again, you don't want to get involved in it if you know how deadly it can be. And number 5, the 5th and final sign that I think means you can't fight, is if you have a big mouth. This probably links to a couple of the other points I've said, but if you're going around mouthing off to everyone saying, oh, I can beat him and her in a fight and all this. Again, martial artists are respectful. They don't go and shout disrespect and try and get everybody involved in conflict. Linking back to that point of, they know what the real life side of combat is. So someone who is going around talking trash, saying they can do this, do that, they could beat everyone up. I know gun fu, so this karate would never work on me, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, maybe I'm just projecting from the comments I've received, all these keyboard warrior comments. But yeah, honestly, this is where the idea of this video kind of came from, was because some of the comments I've received about, you know, seeing red and your martial arts won't work on me. Obviously nowadays those comments don't really come in anymore, because I think I've made such a big thing about it. I made such a joke about it in my videos. I think no one really comments that anymore, because it's well known to be quite a joke now. So I think luckily those sort of comments are disappearing now. But yeah, those are 5 signs, in my opinion, may not all be true, but in my opinion, those are the 5 signs that someone cannot fight. Let me know if you did enjoy this video, and also check out my flexibility program if you want to take your kicks to the next level. Also, let me know what other long videos you'd like to see me do, because obviously I'm trying to get out loads more long form content for you now. So let me know what kind of videos you'd like me to do, and I'll see you in the next video.